graphic novels are great because they really can teach kids about things they otherwise wouldn't care about or read about. And getting kids to read is a big enough struggle in its own. Almost Sunset is a graphic novel. Actually, its official title is Almost Sunset, a graphic novel. And it's a good graphic novel. The hesitation you hear in my voice are a couple of things, but first let me introduce the subject matter. Almost Sunset, you can kind of tell if you read or speak Arabic. I don't. I'm just presuming that the lines under the English title are indeed in Arabic, because I can't read it, but it looks like it well could be Arabic. And the book is about a kid, a typical teen kid, living in the United States, who is entering Ramadan. Ramadan, of course, you can't eat, but he's a typical teen. So he's got classes, he's got studies, he's got life, he's got video games that he wants to play, he's got family struggles that he has to keep up appearances with, and he plays soccer, so he's juggling a plate full of stuff, and he can't eat from sunrise to sunset. Man, I have no idea how kids do that. Really no idea, but I'll get to that in a second. It's a good graphic novel, Almost Sunset is. It's written in a very cartoonish form, meaning it's very easy to read. There are several pages where it's page on end with no dialogue, and that's going to really reel in those, I hate that phrase, really reel in? It's going to reel in those reluctant readers who don't want to read, but like the cartoon format, and they like graphic novels. So to that jam, Almost Sunset, if they pick it up, they're going to be like, sweet, I love the cartoons, I love it. And there aren't many words to read, let me follow along to the action. It's going to bring in some reluctant readers there. Here is the drawback for the graphic novel, the way I see it. It is about, well, it's not about religion. It's about a kid who is a Muslim kid going through Ramadan. So you have to have somewhat of an interest in Ramadan or cultural affairs to actively pick up the book. If you accidentally pick up Almost Sunset, you're going to say, yeah, it's a good little graphic novel, and you take away the religious aspect. And this is any kid USA, any kid anywhere. Life is hard, my parents are weird, and there's this thing I gotta deal with. You look at it from that perspective, and you're like, sweet, okay, I can get this now. Any kid who reads this can get behind this book, because any 13-year-old kid is going to have a struggle that they have to overcome. And it's not going to be fair, and blah, 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 wah, wah, wah. And you take that out. Religion, not religion, it's going to be something. I had it too. For me, I made up several things, but that's not relevant to this book. Every kid has it. It's a good graphic novel, but it's going to take kids, those reluctant readers who are not actively participating in Ramadan. It's going to take a more of an effort for them to pick up the graphic novel. It's a headwind, as it were, against an otherwise pretty good and offenseless graphic novel. This is not a religious graphic novel, it's just a graphic novel about a kid who practices a religion. Much in the same way if this was a graphic novel about a kid that has to deal with some sort of trial or tribulation from Christianity, Hinduism, or Judaism, or anything. People outside of that faith aren't going to look at the book. Here's my other main problem with the book. Having been a substitute teacher for quite a few number of years right now, and having been active in lots of after-school activities, a variety of them, with kids of all different backgrounds, kids, especially Muslim kids, during Ramadan, they will tell you up front, even if you don't care about their business, hey, I can't eat between sunup and sundown because of Ramadan, blah, 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 blah. And the book's character, Hassan, he kind of feigns like, oh, I can't tell my friends, or I can't tell anybody. And that is simply not true in the way I've seen it. Am I a Muslim kid who has experienced this? No. Have I seen dozens or hundreds of Muslim kids who have told me that they can't eat or they can't do this or that because it's Ramadan? Yeah. And the fact that the character in Almost Sunset would be hesitant to share his faith, and that anybody would not be accepting of showing a little bit of leniency, like the soccer coach in Almost Sunset, who also is a Muslim dude, and he's like, hey, I get it, man. I can't eat either. It's kind of a bummer, but I work around it. Just close your eyes. That's the joke. I didn't get it, but once I saw Hassan's friends in the book do it. I'm like, oh, I get it now. If Allah can't see it, it doesn't happen. We get the same thing in Christianity. I just don't know what it's called. I really don't know. The book is a good graphic novel. You take the religious aspect out of it, it's anybody, any kid. However, it's going to be tough for kids to look at this and not see it as a book about a Muslim kid. That's just life. However, if you're a Muslim kid going through Ramadan, man, this is your jam. This is a niche book that's deserving of a bigger audience and might get it, but probably won't. You never know, though. Almost Sunset by Wahab Al-Gharmi, and its content is going to be great for elementary school, middle school, and high school. I hope it finds its audience, because it's a pretty good graphic novel.